BOSSK. He's our favorite lizardy boy. Lizard being a trandoshan, the lizardy people. Welcome to Attack of the Legends, where I mix my nostalgia with actual research to see what Star Wars was like before the Disney times.
Lizard Man.
BOSSK is a bounty hunter. He started bounty hunting at a very young age, especially hunting Wookiees, who were considered much harder targets due to their, well, strength and size. Which explains why killing 200 Wookiees in the prologue of The Force Unleashed gets you the BOSSK achievement. He doesn't let the Wookiee win. Trandoshans and Wookiees are ancient rivals. They hate each other. Ironically, Trandoshans accidentally gave Wookiees their first hyperdrive system, which brought them into the Republic. When BOSSK was a little child, before he started bounty hunting, he was born with numerous siblings, which he ate. This all makes sense because in his native tongue, Dosh, his name means devours his prey.
They discovered that I had resorbed the other fetus. Do I regret this? No. I believe his tissues made me stronger. I now have the strength of a grown man and a little baby.
BOSSK eventually became an elite bounty hunter in the galaxy, with his rival being Boba Fett. And he's often foiled by Boba Fett's cunning and tactical genius. He's the second most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. He's prideful, controlling, violent, very short-tempered. He often kills when the situation doesn't even call for it, mostly because Trandoshans believe that in the afterlife you'll meet the scorekeeper. They believe that the more people you kill and the harder the kills are to achieve, the more points you get. Maybe there's some kind of leaderboard. And if a Trandoshan is ever taken hostage, your points reset. So it's a pretty savage move to leave a Trando alive and take him hostage instead of kill him. You reset his points. Got him. Another one of BOSSK's rivals is Chewie. Even though he's an excellent Wookiee hunter, Chewbacca's eluded him many times. Especially since Han and Chewie destroyed BOSSK's ship by literally landing on top of it with a Falcon. So BOSSK replaced his ship with a newly customized Corellian YT-666 light freighter. Which proves that Satan is not in Star Wars, because, come on, that's a marketing disaster right there. BOSSK named his new ship the Houndstooth. It's noted as having the stench of a mix of drying Wookiee pelts, BOSSK's own personal musk, and recently dead merchandise. Merchandise being bounties. BOSSK was a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild, which was led by his dad, Kradosk, a legendary bounty hunter in his own right. Kradosk became the leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild by means of murder, and BOSSK eventually took leadership from his father by murder. This caused a schism in the guild, which eventually led to its demise. We won't go into everything that BOSSK has done, but here are some of his accomplishments. He once got his arm and leg chopped off by Luke. That's kinda cool. Lucky for him, Trandoshans can regenerate limbs because they are lizardy people. BOSSK once survived being thrown into Jabba's Rancor pit, and even though he had numerous run-ins with Fett where he was outsmarted, he did foil Boba Fett one time. BOSSK's favored weapon was the Relby V10 micro grenade launcher, a devastating weapon that could hold up to 55 micro grenades, varying in type depending on what BOSSK needed for the job. Could use a stun grenade, ion grenade, frag, cryoban, you name it. BOSSK shows up in Clone Wars. Wowee. Clone Wars is where BOSSK and Boba's relationship gets a little complicated. Basically in the show, BOSSK becomes a mentor for the young Boba Fett, taking on a role of guardian as a kind of father figure or a big brother type.
You got a problem with Boba. You got a problem with me.
Although Clone Wars is supposed to fit the lore between Legends and new canon, most fans still see Legends BOSSK as being a bloodlusting, cunning, almost psychopathic bounty hunter who hates, and I mean hates, Boba, but will still begrudgingly work with him if the bounty work calls for it. Meanwhile, canon BOSSK is Boba's homie, up until BOSSK betrayed him a little bit, but they eventually turn into professional, respectable competition as they get older. Some say that canon BOSSK and Boba's relationship is nuanced, complex, and empathetic. But I'm all about that Legends beef, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, BOSSK actually first showed up in the form of a promotional Kenner toy before The Empire Strikes Back came out in theaters. If you sent 4 proof of purchase seals found on other Star Wars Kenner toys, you would get a secret action figure from the upcoming movie, and this was BOSSK. You may have heard that his outfit was repurposed from an old Doctor Who episode from 1966, titled The 10th Planet. But before that, this suit appeared in First Men on the Moon from 1964. But strike that, because before that, this was a real functioning suit. The high-altitude Windac pressure suit was developed for the Royal Air Force in 1962, but it never made it to space before the US and Russia did, so the suit was retired. So I guess BOSSK's a Brit then, a blue one worn by BOSSK in A New Hope, and the yellow one worn by BOSSK Kradosk. Currently, it's held in some dumpy room in the British National Space Center. Kettle chips. So there's your quick rundown on BOSSK. If you want to read more about BOSSK and other famous bounty hunters in Star Wars, you can start with Tales of the Bounty Hunters, The Bounty Hunter Code, and the Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy. And as always, Wikipedia is a comprehensive read for both legends and canon material. Wow, what a wonderful galaxy of Trandoshan bounty hunters we have here. Thank you for watching. Special shoutouts to the Master Tier patrons, Heliomorpha, Jordan Rowe, Uninvited Haggis, and JW. If there's something cool about BOSSK that I missed, leave it in the comments below and dislike the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
The legend will never die.